What's going on, Colts Nation? I appreciate you joining me for another video where today we're going to talk a little bit about injuries. Unfortunately, I had to hurry through yesterday's, and actually while we're here, let me just check to make sure the mic is working this time. This one's going to be good to go. Okay, we're going to be able to take our time with this one. Talking about the injuries yesterday, I thought it was a really good injury report for the Colts, and today that got even better. Kind of exactly what we were talking about, right? All the guys that were supposed to come back, and of course, as usual, we're going to start here with the Texans. But before we get into it, just to know, there is a link in the description. I'll try to remember to put it in the comments. I keep forgetting to put it in the comments. Just know every video there will be a link in the description for helmets. Whether it's mini helmets, big helmets, this one here, not from Green Gridiron, but we do have a partnership here on this channel and in the syndicate wide where with Green Gridiron. They sell the mini helmets. They even have the visor clips, visors. You can get different face masks. You can get different chin straps. I mean, you can accessorize the mini helmets and the big helmets any way you want, right? Even these pieces up here, the Rydell strip, you can any way you want to customize it. They have different options. So you want a mini helmet, you want it to be a gift for somebody, or you want to go get one of the big helmets and get it for the man cave. Go over, hit the referral link in the description or in the comments so they know that I sent you, and go check that out if you want anything. As you can see, they have great products. I have a couple of those mini helmets, and even though those ones have Shaq Leonard's autograph on it, which I love, he's one of my favorite Colts of all time, I just love the look of this with the blue visor on it, those black visor clips. This one, it looks super clean for a mini helmet. Super clean. Really enjoy the product. So again, go check out Green Gridiron. Hit that referral link so that they know I sent you there. But again, let's get into these injuries, right? We start here with the Texans, as we always do with the opponents here. Azeez Al-Shaair not practicing again. That's huge. He is a very good player. He was for DeMeco Ryans in San Francisco. He follows him over to Houston. Still a very good player. Has a knee injury. Not practicing. Friday is going to be big, okay? If he's out, that's going to be huge for us. Again, very good football player. Okay, but then going down the rest, and just like we did yesterday, or well, I was tried to do yesterday, we're going to go with all the defense first. Most of the injuries here for the Texans are defense. So let's go through all these guys. And some of these guys, I don't know how to say their names. Next one, defensive tackle, Foley Fatukasi. Defensive tackle, shoulder injury, limited participant each of the last 2 days, presumably good to go. Kamari Lassiter coming back from his shoulder injury, and looks like he could be good to go. He's limited participant each of the last 2 days, but he's missed a little time. We'll see whether or not they want to go ahead and play him. Again, that's going to be a big one. He's another good player. Henry 2020, I don't know if that's the correct way to say that. I hope it is. Somebody that I thought was actually going to be good. He was a limited participant yesterday and then did not practice today due to that concussion that he has. So we'll see what happens Friday. Maybe it's just getting out there, getting some reps. He could be good to go. Hey, let's just go ahead, rest him on Thursday, get him back Friday. But of course, we'll update this tomorrow. For what it's worth, another linebacker that could end up being out for the Texans, Jimmy Ward, safety, another one of those players that followed DeMeco Ryans over to Houston from San Francisco. Very good. Does not get talked about nearly enough. He was somebody that when he was a free agent, I was hoping he'd come to us. It made the most sense that he would go to Houston, and that's where he went. But I was really hoping, with our safety situation, Rodney Thomas was a starter at the time, and it just wasn't working out with Rodney Thomas. I really wanted Jimmy Ward to come, but he's in Houston, has a groin injury, did not practice Wednesday or Thursday, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Now, where are we here? Going more defense. Will Anderson Jr., full participant in practice. He's good to go, so we're not going to talk about him for the rest of the week. He'll be good. D'Angelo Ross is a cornerback. He did not practice, just an illness. A lot of these guys getting these illnesses, especially this time of year, getting some illnesses, unless it's, the flu, like a bad flu that's going to keep him out for a couple days. I expect him to be able to play. It looks like that is it for the defense here. And then looking here, let's see, what do we have for offense? Robert Woods with a foot injury. Did not practice yesterday, limited participant today. So it looks like they could be getting some wide receiver depth back there, which is good, right? They don't have Nico Collins. CJ Stroud coming off of a worse quarterback performance than what Anthony Richardson just had. So I just think Robert Woods, a big deal for them to come back without them having Nico Collins. But we'll see what happens there. He's missed a decent amount of time. They might want him to get in some more full practices next week before it comes back. So again, we'll look at that tomorrow and continue to update this. Then another receiver here on this list, Steven Sims, back injury, did not practice Wednesday, did practice fully on Thursday. So he'll be good to go. Laremy Tunsil, just as expected, ankle injury, limited participant Wednesday, full participant Thursday. And he's going to be able to go this upcoming Sunday. But then one that got added, and this is going to be interesting, right? With Laremy Tunsil in, their probably best lineman after Laremy Tunsil is Titus Howard. Titus Howard was not on the practice report yesterday, got put onto the practice report with a limited participant because of a knee injury today. So it's going to be interesting. I haven't seen anything else about it. I don't know if it's a severe injury that happens in practice. Maybe it's just a tweak and he'll be back at practice Friday. But again, like I keep saying, we'll continue to update this. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on. We're going to have these updates. We're going to have more videos. Had a David Njoku video earlier. Got another video coming out later here in just a little while. So again, make sure you subscribe. Have those notifications on so you get notified when we're going live or when we have any content dropping on this channel. But now we get into the almighty, the Colts, and what our injury report is and how glorious this thing looks. Now, unfortunately, Jalen Carley's is going to be out for a couple weeks. That's the way it sounds. It's going to be a couple weeks. But for all intents and purposes, when you're looking at this, just know we had nobody that was a limited participant today. You had Gennard Avery with a foot injury, did not practice. Jalen Carley's fibula shoulder, he did not practice. Now, everybody else on this list, full participant. So let's run down the names. Josh Downs, Ryan Kelly, Chris Lamons, who I didn't expect to be back. He's back off the ankle injury. Michael Pittman Jr., Braden Smith, DeForest Buckner, Jonathan Taylor, Ashton Doolin, Cameron McGrone, EJ Speed. Everybody is full participants, exactly what we've been talking about here. Getting healthy. We're starting to get healthy. Early in the year, we had these injuries popping up, a bunch of injuries. Now we're at a point where we're 4-3. We've won 4 of the last 5 games with all these injuries, including Anthony Richardson. And obviously, Joe Flacco stepping in, able to get a couple wins in there, but also the loss in Jacksonville, which is more the defense's fault. But nonetheless, with all the injuries we've dealt with, for us to be 4-3 and to get so many guys back. Now, some of these guys played last week, but just end up on the injury report, right? When you look at Josh Downs, Ryan Kelly, Michael Pittman Jr., Braden Smith, these guys just played. So it's not like we were missing these guys, but these other guys, right? I mean, especially EJ Speed, DeForest Buckner, Jonathan Taylor, Ashton Doolin, having him on the field is going to be huge, right? So it's just getting these guys back is going to help us so much, right? Especially like when you look at the guys that we're going to have on offense, we're basically full go on offense. Actually, now that I think about it, if we're thinking the guys that started the season week 1 as starters on the offense, the only guy that we're going to be missing now is going to be Will Fries. Will Fries obviously out for the season, but Dalton Tucker filling in has been really good. So we have our entire offense back, and the Texans, where they're kind of screwed is their defense. Their defense is in a tough spot. They've had so many injuries. And again, we listed a couple of the guys that are going to be out for them, highlighted by Azeez Al-Shaair, who is a very good football player. So, and Jimmy Ward, who might be out. So a couple of really good players for the Texans might be out. So we might get a little help, right? Of course, you want to see, can we continue to compete with the Texans as the year goes on, right? Week 1, we lost by 2 points? I think it was 29-27, right? So coming into this one, of course, you'd rather be full strength. At least I'd rather be, right? As a competitor, and just like all these guys. And Zaire actually was talking about it on the Trenches podcast this week about how, going up against Jordan Love and the Packers, you wish Jordan Love had played so that, you can go up against one of the best. Same with Tua. He wished, Tua had played. Now, we might have lost both those games. We already lost Packers game, but Tua plays, we probably lose Packers game, to be completely honest. But nonetheless, as competitors, you want to go up against the best. So the Texans not going to be at their best. Of course, Nico Collins out as well for that offense. But again, big injury update here. Big injury update. So you let me know how you're feeling about us going into the game and what you think about the injuries. We're getting all our guys back. Let me know whatever you're thinking down in the comment section. Of course, make sure you're subscribing, notifications on. Like I said earlier, going to continue updating, going to continue dropping more content, going live for the games every single Sunday. Come by, hang out, turn the game on TV, mute that thing, come hang out, and get into the chat and get into the comment section. Have some fun with us. We have a good time here on this channel on Sundays. So hope to see you guys soon. Hope to see you in the comments. And of course, I appreciate you stopping by for another video. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.